Wow. Way to hit it hard.
Yeah,
All
get
right,
you all worked
guys.
up before we kick off.
Damn, talk politics for a podcast. It's never good.
No.
Woo. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. Well, welcome back, guys, on this fine Thursday morning. We appreciate everyone taking the time to take the drive with us here on the Outdoor Drive podcast. This is your boy, East Coast Trev, and
This is Steve.
we needed to come up with a good name. You know what? Everybody, send us in a good name for Steve. The voice behind the microphone, something. We need to come up with something for Steve. You can't just be Steve.
Just Steve, man. I am who I am.
Could be like the master producer Steve or something crazy. I mean,
No, because I'm a long ways from that.
You got to be something, Steve. I mean,
I'm just me. I don't need to be any more. I don't need to be any less.
All right.
Been around the world twice.
Yeah.
Killed everyone in the world once.
Seen all 50 states.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. And I also love your hat, bro. I was going to say the big target on your forehead is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, I walk into stores and people kind of look at me like, what the hell is that? And I'm like,
is it like looks like Jägermeister.
Exactly.
That's pretty funny.
So, yeah, it's funny. You get some looks, but I was like, yeah, fuck it. I like it.
It is badass. There's no question about that.
Let someone try to take a pop shot at it.
The best of luck to you, especially where you come from.
Game on.
Not a good option. Is it an open carry state there?
Open carry. Yeah.
It's open carry?
Yep.
And concealed carry with a permit?
Yep.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Must be nice, bro.
You don't want to fuck around up here on the mountain.
I didn't think so, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really I mean, it's like Tennessee. It's an open carry state, too. Ohio's an open carry state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, around here, you fuck around, you find out.
Not Connecticut, man. Everybody trying to take your guns here. You don't want anybody to know you even have guns. We don't talk about that stuff. Nope. Nobody knows nothing over here. We throw spitballs. That's it. You get in fights, you throw a spitball. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully it's carrying COVID and you transfer it.
Yeah. Well, don't even go there. It's the world of COVID here. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't even know. I mean, and how this all transpired was before the podcast. I really didn't know what was going on in the world. I'm in like one mode and one mode only, and I've been like that for a month now.
It's a good place to be, dude.
Yep.
You start getting caught up in media and all the bullshit and everything going on behind the scenes that nobody is talking about anymore, and is what it is.
I haven't had to wear a mask in weeks since I've been home.
Yeah.
I'm in the woods. So, like, when I go to a store or something, people, like, yell at me. Where's your mask? I'm like, my mask? What, my hunt mask? I'm not wearing a hunt mask.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want from me, man? It's just weird. I don't know. I just on that grind, bro. Like, get up, ass crack of dawn, come home late, go to sleep, get up, do the same thing all over again, dude. It's been
hell yeah. I tell you one thing, I am like sick to my stomach because it's supposed to be like 25 degrees. We got some snow here today, and it just looks absolutely insane. And I can't get out in the morning. I got to go to work.
Charles from Whitetail Distraction, he was Snapchatting with me today while we were in the tree. Or he wasn't actually Snapchatting with me. I'm sorry. I thought I was Snapchatting with him. It was on his story. And no, maybe he was Snapchat. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I get a little delusional. But it was snowing in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And I saw the snow, and I'm like, fuck, man, I wish that was here. It was like 50 degrees today, dude. I was up in the tree, and it was like 50, and I was like, whoa.
It was like 42 degrees or something when we got up this morning, and the temp kept dropping, and by noon, we had snow coming down, and then the power went out for 2 hours because of the wind.
What?
And then the power came up and it kept snowing, but it all stopped about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago.
No shit. I wonder if it's coming up this way. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it's coming your way, I think, unless it drops off to the coast.
Well, that's fucking news to me. It's supposed to rain tonight. Rain showers early, then clear overnight, 24. But how? I don't understand that. That doesn't make no sense. It's going to rain and it's 24 degrees? No, that's not.
Yeah, that's what they said here today is it was supposed to be a light chance of rain, and we ended up getting light snow flurries. Nothing stuck, but light snow flurries for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, here we go. 39 degrees, and then it's dropping down to 25.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's what's happening here.
This is Tuesday. So today's Tuesday, and this is going to release. So in podcast land, it'd be like Thursday.
Yeah. So we're talking right now, Tuesday into Wednesday morning.
Wednesday. So yesterday. So, dude, it's going to be, wow. It's smoking. And tomorrow's opening day of gun season.
Oh, don't even get me started on opening day of gun season. That was the most awesome, miserable hunt I've had this year.
Was gun season start today?
No, our gun season started Saturday. And
that's right.
Yeah. Went out on that public and crept in, got set up a little later than I planned. My alarm clock did not work the way it was supposed to, but I was able to get in at gray light, which I think actually worked in my benefit. And once I was set up, everything was good. And at about 8 o'clock, at that point, I think I'd heard 24 shots within a mile of me and hadn't seen a thing yet. But I was like, okay, well, this is it's a 15-acre chunk of friggin' public. Shit's going to pile into here because it's between everything. Everything's going to come here to hide. And had does come in, sitting right under me. They're hiding in bushes, literally like hiding in the bushes. And I see a little a doe run by, and there's an 8-point behind her. And I watch them. They go up. They cross the line. They're on private. They jump a road. And within 30 seconds, boom, boom, boom. And I watch the hillbillies drive down there and load them up in their trucks on the side of the road. By the end of the morning, by 11 o'clock when I got out of the stand, I had heard 42 gunshots. All within half a mile of me.
Jesus
at the most.
Christ.
Like, it's gun season in Virginia when you drive down the road in the dark and there's cars parked on the side of the road and the guys are sitting in the lawn chairs 20 yards off the road and they're just waiting for shit to walk by. That's how you know it's gun season in Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I can only imagine what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm staying on private tomorrow. I am not going on public land. There's no fucking way. None.
Yeah.
I had thought about it. I was going to go deep in with the shotgun. So what happens here is we don't have a lesser weapon law. So, like, we can't go into public with a bow and arrow during shotgun season. Once shotgun season rings in, our bow season shuts down. So, like, I can't even bow hunt right now. It is the most irritating thing in the world. And I have, like, two or three private land spots. That's it. One of them's a bait zone. And then I have two, but they're the same exact parcel, but they're across the street from each other. So one is 14 acres. The other one's 50 acres. And that's all I have. I hunt all public. So, like, right now, all my shit is shut the fuck down. Like, there is no more hunting. Like, I'm done. I'm done. All my spots I've scouted the entire season are completely shut down. So I cannot hunt them until, like, the first week in December. I think they turn back on, and then that goes to muzzleloader. So it's muzzleloader with bow hunting, so I can start bow hunting, which is, dude, it's the stupidest thing. So I can go in the woods with a guy with a muzzleloader, which is like a mini rifle, in my opinion, but I can't go in the woods with my bow during shotgun season.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, at least you're limited to shotguns. Up here, you got dudes with 300 Win Mags on the side of the road shooting at everything that moves.
On public?
Oh, yeah, on public.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's a wide open rifle season, man. Like I said, I was actually kind of excited going into this season going, hey, it's not bow hunting only. I can take the rifle out. Haven't done that in 4 years. Maybe I'll give it a try this year.
Right.
And after sitting there with the bow on opening day, I almost got a real bad taste in my mouth for rifle hunting. Like, this is stupid.
That's crazy. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I came home, and so on the west side of the Blue Ridge where that public is,
yeah,
rifle season's only 2 weeks, so no problem there. But on my side of the mountain, it's till January, so it's a 6-week rifle season.
And how many tags do you get?
$3, 3 doe on this side of the mountain, $3, 2 doe on the west side. So I could go to that public, shoot $3, 2 doe, and come back to my side and shoot another buck.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Literally, you can go out and shoot anything that moves.
Holy shit.
And it made me sit there because watching that 8-point come by, I was like, no, I'm not shooting him. I'm going to let him go. And 30 seconds later, boom, 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 he's dead. Doe's dead. I was like, oh, yeah, that's why it doesn't work on public in Virginia. These sons of bitches will shoot everything that moves.
So that's what everybody talks about. We don't have it. I mean, it's like that, but it's not like that. Like, you get one public land tag with a shotgun. That's it. One.
Nah, out here,
it's fucking one and done, baby. That's it. And I love it because that first one that just still got milk on its mouth and it passes by that hillbilly that smells like Cheetos, the whole thing that you had posted on Instagram. He's getting fucking wasted, and that guy is out of there. So now it's next. Who's next? Boom, 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 boom. Now it's okay. So they have an A season and a B season. So it's like 5 days or something for A season, 5 days for B season. They're done. Now it's on the muzzleloader season. Nobody muzzleloader hunts. We're back to normal. We're back to bow hunting on public land, and everything is hunky-dory glory. But I can't even go on state land without a shotgun.
Right.
And that's what fucking just yerks my chain, because I can go on private land with my bow and arrow as long as I'm wearing orange. Once I get over 10 feet in the air, I can take my orange off if I'm bow hunting. If I'm gun hunting, I got to leave it on. And I'm fine with that, dude. I'll leave my orange on. I don't care. I'll wear fucking orange from head to toe. Hat, mask. I don't care. Just let me use my bow, man. Like, I don't mind, but and it's not that I don't like gun hunting, bro, because come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be gun hunting on public land. Me and the boys, there's like 10 of us. We all go out and we drive deer on public land. It's one of my favorite things to do with the boys. I love it. I'm not knocking it, man.
No, I feel you.
I think it's the greatest thing in the world. I love it. I mean, it's so much fun. But the areas where I hunt, I get near the houses. I get near all these places. I can't bring a shotgun. All these small parcels that you can't even hunt with a gun that are public land. But I can't go in there with a bow. So now, my season's done, dude. I sit back, I watch all my target bucks, and I just pray that they make it. And if they don't make it, that's it, man. I can't even do nothing about it. I mean, I can go in there with a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wouldn't mean the same to me, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm with you there, and that's kind of my thing is, I know I can take that 300 Win Mag out, and if I see something, doesn't matter how far away it is, if I can see it, I can smoke it.
Right.
But I don't see the fun in that. I mean, it's I don't know. It's kind of lost on me. I don't blame it on the military or whatever you want, but just going, okay, there it is, boom, okay, that was cool. It doesn't have that excitement, that anticipation of, I see it, but I got to wait for it to come into range, and then I got to wait for it to give me a good ethical shot, and then get the shot, and then back out and give it time. You shoot someone with a 300 Win Mag, it hits the ground, and it's half cooked by the time you get there.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we've both were avid gun hunters, right? I mean, you could say probably the same, right? You grew up.
Oh, yeah, out west, it's different. I have no issues taking a gun out west and hunting, but out here, it's like I'm on 10 acres. What the hell do I need a gun for?
And that's my thing. And I grew up as a shotgun hunter on public land. Private land, man, that's what I grew up doing, We used to drive deer, whatever, man. That's what we were into, I love gun hunting. I don't have a problem with gun hunting. But we have had and evolved into the love of archery hunting. So when the deer hunting, when you become an archery hunter, you totally understand what it's like, and you kind of put that gun aside.
Rifle becomes too easy.
Up until last year was the first time that I killed a deer with a gun in 5 years.
Yeah.
It's nothing against fucking gun hunting, because this year I'm going to go back out with the boys. I had a grand old time. I was so thankful that I was invited to go and do so. And we go out with a shotgun. We have a good time. We kill a couple of deer. We get on our way. I go back to bow hunting. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't like the lesser weapon law.
I hear you. It's just stupid.
Let me go out with my fucking bow, man.
Yeah. Because now I should be able to.
Now I'm stuck on private land, which I don't mind.
Have you just something out of thought? Have you ever reached out to any of your lawmakers, congressmen, senators, and started trying to push support to get that changed?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of you that probably don't know, I mean, I had a lot to do with the lawmaking here in Connecticut. Like being a huge advocate for it, and we worked with the Nutmeg State Council and talking to different congressmen and this, that, and the other thing. And when there was CT bow hunting, we used to do a ton. We'd be so involved, go to the state capitol, talk to everybody. But I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro, and I probably get
You're in the most liberal state ever. Good luck.
You're not getting nowhere, man. You might as well chop off your left nut and give them your firstborn, because you're not getting nowhere. Like if it's not a law that they don't want, then you're not going to get it. Right. And that's the same with all right. So for example, here, okay, in the southern zones, in our southern zones, zones 11 and 12, you hear us talk about them all the time, the bait zones. It's unlimited tags. You shoot one doe, you get a replacement tag. You shoot 3 does, you get a replacement buck tag. Do you know why it's like that? Do you think that they just give it to you because the population is like that? Yes, the population's high. But B, the fucking liberals that live there don't like deer. They think that if they all die, then there'll be no hunters.
Right.
And it's the same with our tagging. Like up in our northern zones. They give you a stupid amount of tags, and they think, all right, they kill all the deer, there'll be no deer hunters. And it's fine by me, but it sucks because a little forkhorn goes by, they shoot it, and then somebody gets that's a whole different story we don't even want to get into. You want to have a conversation with somebody, you get Steve Mardick. He will get you going. I mean, everybody, all my buddies, you come here, like last night, we were drinking beer here, and one of our buddies Cody Troutman was dropping off a deer that he had shot, and we started talking about guys who filled both their buck tags with spike horns.
Yep.
And then complain that they never shoot big deer.
Yeah.
Well, you don't really. I mean, listen, dude. You can shoot, and I'm gonna start this off very simple. You can shoot whatever the fuck you want, because I'm not hunting there. I don't care what you shoot. I could give a shit. You want to shoot a spike horn? You want to shoot a fork horn? Shoot them all. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy, bro. Shoot them all. But don't complain about it that you didn't shoot a big buck because you were tagged out. Or, you know what, the other thing that kind of pisses me off, like these online Facebook pages and stuff, the guys will say, oh, it's not the one that I was after, but it'll do.
Yeah. Self-shaming.
Dude, if you shot that thing, you should be jacked the fuck up. Like, if it don't pump your heart, you shouldn't be shooting that deer. Why do you?
That thing, though, is 9 times out of 10, that had their heart pumping. They shot it. They're glad they shot it when it was done. Because it wasn't a trophy, they went, okay, it is what it is. It's meat in the freezer.
Well, they don't want to be shamed online.
Yeah. And who gives a shit? I mean, you saw the buck you shot at in Ohio. You saw the buck I shot at in Ohio. Neither of them were, they're right there at that 125 range, maybe. And did I give a shit? Fuck no, I didn't care if that thing was 100 inches. I shot at it because I wanted to kill it. And I would have been perfectly proud killing it. And anyone who says otherwise can go fuck themselves.
I would have been just as jacked up as I was about shooting the deer that I shot. As I was, well,
see, here's the way I look at it. That one, like we talked about, the entire Ohio hunt, dude. There's a reason I missed that deer and that sumbitch dropped. Because if I'd have shot that thing and you shot yours 5 minutes later, can you imagine how long a freaking night that would have been getting both of them sumbitches out of there?
Yeah.
There's a reason I missed that sucker.
I don't know, but I just get so jacked up about that shit, man. Like, just don't self-shame yourself. And that's the other thing, like Facebook. You know what? First off, let's get on with the intro real quick, because if we don't now, oh, by the way, guys, you're looking at your guests. It's us. It's the two of us. We haven't had any catch-ups and any good conversation since we've been back from Ohio and through the grind of the deer season and so on and so forth. So we figured that we would just chew the fat for the night. So you're stuck with us for the rest of the duration. If you don't want to listen to us, you can hang up the phone now and get on your way. But you're stuck with us for the evening.
Just make sure you give us a 5-star review before you shut it off.
Yeah, make sure a 5-star review, subscribe, get your notifications. Speaking of, head over to YouTube. If you guys haven't checked out our videos, man, if you guys could just go check them out, give them a thumbs up for us. I would really appreciate it. Steven's been doing a phenomenal job in building and making all these videos and working his ass off to get all this working properly. So make sure to get over there and take a look at those. And hold on. I got to take a drink of water because my throat.
I recognize that cup. Oh. That has Harrisburg written all over it.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
God only knows where the fuck these things come from, bro.
That one, if I recall, ended up in a purse somewhere in the middle of the night as we looked for a sports bar.
That sounds about right. That's not
trying to find a UFC fight at like 2 a.m.
This is why I quit drinking, bro.
Yeah.
I don't remember these things. No, where was I? It doesn't even fucking matter. With a 5-star review on iTunes, all that good shit. Just help us out. Give us a share. The other thing, dude, and it's been a lack of, and I'm a little upset about this. Tag us in your harvests. We want to see these fucking things, and I don't want to miss them. Do you realize how big the social medias are that we follow? Please, just tag us in your shit, man. We want to see everybody's harvest. I don't care if you're shooting squirrels, if you're shooting does, if you're shooting, I don't
Democrats. Care what. Wait, no.
You give a fuck. Just tag us in it, man. Just tag us. Hashtag that outdoor drive and tag us in it, man. I want to see that shit. I really, really, really do. I want to share it on the page. I want to get you the notoriety? What is that? Notoriety that you deserve, man. So just tag us in it, please. Just do me that favor. Just tag us. That's all I'm asking. I want to see what you guys are doing. You guys follow what we do. I want to give back, and I want to see what you guys are doing. Whether you're getting trail cam pictures, if you're getting miss it, whatever. I want to see it. Tag me in it, please, 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 please. And don't just tag me. Tag the outdoor drive. Because I said me, but I meant the outdoor drive. So tag the outdoor drive so we can see this stuff, please. On Facebook, Instagram, fucking Twitter. We're on Parler. We're on Rumble. We're fucking everywhere now because the Democrats keep ruining everything, so now we got all this crazy shit. All right, this is going to get crazy tonight. I have a feeling because I have not talked to people in weeks. I'm sorry. I'm all jacked up. So, is something coming in?
Yes, I think we are being interrupted. Someone could sense it, and they're shutting you down for a second.
Good. Turn that thing up.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Mike here with some news for your crews. Since we just celebrated Veterans Day, I'd like to say thank you to all our veterans and start this one out with some great news for our veterans and Gold Star families. On November 10th, the day before Veterans Day, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs announced that U.S. military veterans and Gold Star families will now be granted lifetime free access to national parks, wildlife refuges, and other federal lands managed by the Department of the Interior. David Bernhardt, Secretary of the Department of the Interior, stated, "With the utmost respect and gratitude, we are granting veterans and Gold Star families free access to the iconic and treasured lands they fought to protect, starting this Veterans Day and every single day thereafter." The Access Pass, called America the Beautiful, would normally cost $80 per year and grants entry to more than 2,000 federal recreation sites spread out across more than 400 million acres of public land. To receive your free pass, veterans must provide some form of ID showing they were in the armed services or the National Guard and Reserves. So long overdue, and this is fantastic, and thank you all for your service. Now that most of us have hunting on the brain right now, and as most firearm seasons have kicked off or are about to kick off, I hope everyone has stocked up on their favorite calibers. This is because there is currently a nationwide gun and ammo shortage, which is affecting hunters' ability to find ammo for hunting this season. I know I have seen plenty of people on social media looking for leads on slugs and rifle rounds, so I hope most of you have planned ahead. Now, let's switch gears and focus on some proposed hunting and fishing changes. First, in Michigan, where the DNR is proposing changes for the 2021 deer hunting season. The package of proposed changes was sent before the Michigan Natural Resources Commission on November 12th, which may approve the changes in December or January. The proposed changes include a new antlerless deer licensing system that allows each permit to be used anywhere in the Lower Peninsula and parts of the South Central Upper Peninsula. A random drawing would take place for antlerless deer hunts in other areas of the UP. Also allowing crossbows in the late portion of the archery season in the UP. Removal of the 3-point antler restriction on the regular tag of the deer combo license in the Upper Peninsula. Bucks with one antler 3 inches or greater would be allowed, which would be standardized across the state. Also, removing the requirement for a supplemental feeding permit in the Upper Peninsula, and only allowing feeding from January 1st through May 15th, unless it becomes a safety hazard, and limiting to 2 gallons per day and no more than 2 gallons at a time. The DNR has said that the changes will simplify the hunting regulations, increase opportunities, and save money for hunters. So that's a plus because we don't see that very often. Their data projections from the DNR show that changes won't significantly reduce the number or quality of the deer in Michigan's herd. So anyone who would like to comment on the proposed changes can email capital NRC@michigan.gov or capital DNR-wildlife@michigan.gov. Now to Montana and drone fishing. That's right, I said drone fishing. The Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has increasingly been asked whether it is permissible to use a remote-controlled boat, drone, or other remote-controlled device to fish in the state. Currently, Montana law doesn't specifically address the devices, giving the Fish and Wildlife Commission discretion to allow or prohibit these activities. The Commission has proposed a rule which would clarify that the use of remote-controlled devices for purposes of fishing is prohibited. Comments on the proposed rule can be emailed to Phil Kilbreth at pkilbreth, KILBREATH @mt.gov, and those must be submitted by December 4th. The Fish and Wildlife Commission will also hold a public meeting via Zoom on it's actually a public hearing via Zoom on December 1st at 10 a.m. And anyone who would like to take part in the Zoom hearing can call 1-646-558-8656 with meeting number 956-6313-6821 and password 198904. Now how about another fishing record? This time, New York pumpkin seed record has been tied, and it took a DNA test to confirm it. The New York DEC announced this week that Jordan Tuntarski, who caught the fish last winter, has tied the 25-year-old record with a 1-pound, 9-ounce pumpkin seed. The fish, when caught, exhibited physical features of both pumpkin seed and bluegill sunfish species, and even after being examined by DEC biologists, the verdict was still inconclusive. The recent test confirmed the fish was pure pumpkin seed. This is the second time this year that DEC has used DNA to show whether a state fishing record was broken or not. A recent DNA test determined a catfish caught on the Mohawk River, which was thought to be a record-breaking white catfish, was actually a channel catfish. So Tunarski's fish joins 2 other state records this year in New York. Morgan Fonzie's 3-pound, 8-ounce white bass caught on May 6th, and Jason Luce's 2-pound rock bass caught on May 24th. So congrats to all 3 of those anglers. Lastly, we end up in California. Yes, that's right, California, where the sale of fishing licenses is up for the first time in over a decade, with more than 1.87 million licenses sold. This is an increase of more than 250,000 licenses from last year. Also, hunting, which is somewhat of a cult sport in California, rose 9% to over 278,000 licenses this year. This is all being attributed to COVID and people wanting to spend more time in the outdoors. And I guess all we can hope for is to see that trend continues once the pandemic is over. As always, if you have any news to share with me, it'd be greatly appreciated. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Mike Salter or bearded_bowhunter21 on Instagram. And with that, enjoy the rest of your ride.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for interrupting us in our rant of craziness. Speaking of thanking people, we should probably thank some other people really quick, really fast before I absolutely go on a tangent of craziness.
Yeah, we need to put like an audio high five into each one, just like a.
That's where it's at. First off, we are officially sponsored by Timber Tumblers. If you haven't gone and checked them out, timbertumblers.com. It is linked on theoutdoordrive.com. These are all of our sponsors on there. If you guys want to check them out, they are all on there. Theoutdoordrive.com. Timber Tumblers for your custom tumblers. Badass Yetis. If you guys haven't seen them yet, go and check them out. Also, Nor'easter Game Calls, nor'eastergamecalls.com for all of your custom call needs. Get them in close. Wild Edge.
And we'll say, all right, real quick, on the Nor'easter, I've never in my life had luck calling in a deer. And that first night in Ohio, I hit a doe bleat, and I had an 8-point buck under the base of my tree. They work.
Steve Martic just killed a deer, grunting in them in.
Yeah.
Tons of people. Great calls. I use mine all the time, man. Mine never leaves my neck in the woods.
Anyways, sorry, I had to throw that in. It was a first for me.
Congratulations.
I was like, holy shit, this actually works.
Almost ran to the base of the fucking tree. Also, Wild Edge Inc., wildedgeinc.com, the leader in mobile hunting. Get your purchase, your steps. They got a new one coming out. I don't recall the name on it. I think it's something crazy. I don't fucking know. I've been hunting it for a couple days now. It's pretty badass. It's a perch on steroids with Out on the Limb Manufacturing, Out on the Limb MFG.com. If Wild Edge doesn't have it, Out on the Limb does, plus some. They have all kinds of crazy mobile hunting shit as far as camera arms. They just came out with some new stuff. The Shakar sticks, best sticks on the market. Hands the fuck down. If you're looking for a stick, the Shakar is the only stick that you should be using, in my opinion. But my opinion doesn't matter, so just keep going on.
I will second that opinion. I will take that over the sticks that I ended up not carrying and replacing. And I've rolled Wild Edge steps all season because the steps I got suck. They work, but they suck.
I know. Listen, I didn't want to make the whole sponsor thing kind of long here for a second, but I'm going to for 2 seconds here. I went back to the Wild Edge steps, the Ring of Steps. Bro.
Dude, you can't beat it.
It's the nicest fucking thing in the world, man. Kick it back, keep it up, move around the tree. You know, I threw a perch on a preset. Fucking awesome. I have one preset tree that's been set for 2 years, 3 years. The wind was completely fucking wrong. We'll get into that later, but I went and I sat in it, and it had a Ring of Steps, and I missed that shit completely. But anyways, get back to the list. Wicked and Twisted Bowstrings, wickedandtwistedbowstrings.com for all your custom string needs, BCY or Bloodline. Trader Jan's. By the way, Massachusetts people, if you are from Massachusetts, Trader Jan's is now an FFL dealer and sells ammunition. So just going to throw that the fuck out there. With all of the libtard things going on in this world, you might just want to go and check out Trader Jan's. She is the owner of Wicked Twisted Bowstrings, if you guys haven't already put that all together. Also, Broadside Camo, broadsidecamo.com. They are the aerial camouflage, photorealism, hands down one of the best camouflages in the world. So,
look, if you're in a tree, I'll tell you right now, I have had more encounters this year that back in the day would have made me cringe because they look at you and then they blow and run. This year it's been they look at you and go, something's not right, but whatever. And they go back to what they're doing. It works. The theory is sound. I have tested it. I've got it on video. Deer after deer after deer look right up at you and go right back to what they're doing. And they give you way more shot opportunity than they have in any other camo I've ever worn.
A lot of people have been testing to that too.
It works.
I love it, dude. I think it's the greatest stuff in the world. I've been hunting my other camo, obviously, because it hasn't been cold enough. But, I mean, that's one thing about the broadside camo, is that it's so fucking warm. There is nothing warmer than broadside, in my opinion.
So in Ohio, that morning, it was, 26 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a silk layer. I had in the military, we called them a waffle top, grid fleece.
I love mine.
That you can get at, Cabela's or wherever now. That doesn't have to be standard issue. And then I had a hoodie on. And then my broadside over it. That Ascender series never got cold.
Never. I love it.
The pockets, the way he's got them placed, if it is that cold, it's perfect to put in hand warmers and keep all those core areas that always get cold warm.
And you got these ones. You got the chest ones.
Here, the inner thighs, the lower legs. I mean, it's perfect if you got to carry
the ankle
warmers.
One.
Yeah.
If you're trying to carry your 357 in your ankle, I mean, it's there.
That's enough heat on your ankle.
That's what I'm saying. So it's good shit, dude. Go check it out. BroadsideCamo.com. So, all right. Well, let's get to our guests. What do you say?
I think they're already here.
Nice shot. Here comes a shooter. Shooter. Big buck. Stack.
All right. Hey, guys. What's up? The fuck's going on?
So, today we got East Coast Trev and Steve.
And Steve.
And if you don't like it, deal with it.
Well, that or fuck off. Because we're here. And I was going to say something else, but it's probably not politically correct. So, well, hey, in this world, it doesn't really matter if it's politically correct or not. But
No, you're wrong either way, unless you see it one way. So, one thing I don't know, I have to dig into it, and I wanted to throw it out and kind of get your feelings and opinions on it.
You're going to ask me on a podcast my opinions?
Yes, I am.
Is that really that good of an idea?
Yes, that's a great idea.
All right, here we go. The world's going to hate me. I'm going to lose followers, but go ahead.
No, probably not. We may gain. I don't know. Is that funny enough as this is actually about a platform. So over the past 3 weeks, you've been seeing everybody jump to Parler.
Correct.
And I got on it. You got on it. A lot of people we know were on it.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to get your initial feedbacks and thoughts on it because I have some of my own, but I want to let you go first.
All right, listen. I haven't really used it, to be honest, because I was I have all these notifications from my Parler account, but I don't even know what the fuck to do, man. Like, you got to vote or something? I can't figure it out. And I'm not trying to fuck with this in the tree. So, like, to try and figure it out. Like, I have a couple of friends, man. It's nothing crazy. I mean, there's some cool stuff on there. I really like it. I mean, okay. I'm jumbled for words. I'm sorry. when it had first started, the first couple of days, it was a little bit slow. So I didn't really know what to do. But now I guess it's time for me to catch up with the bandwagon because it seems like there's actually some cool shit going on it. Oh, yeah, look, Stephen Clark posted on it. So I don't know, man. I haven't really fucked with anything. I've been in the woods. I'm sorry.
That's all good. And that's kind of why I asked is so from my end, playing with it, this was supposed to be, the end all be all replacement for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, where you could bring your thoughts and not be edited and they can't censor you or they won't censor you or some shit like that. And getting over there and watching the way that the feeds share and all this other stuff, I'll be honest, so far, and this is right now just so far, I'm not impressed. In all honesty, it feels like a clunky ass Twitter. The servers are extremely slow to respond. Half the time you can't pull up your speeds, and it doesn't feed you stuff that you may or may not be interested in. It just goes, oh, here's who you're following. Here's what they shared. You're not seeing what else is on it.
Okay.
And I'll be honest.
I'm feeling the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not blown away by it by any means.
Because I didn't see that there was anything fucking different. Like, for example, isn't there another one that supposedly came out? Like, so there's Parler, and then that one's supposed to replace Twitter, and then there's Instagram, and then there's another one like Weeby or something fucking stupid. I don't know. I saw something about it the other day. I'm not impressed, man.
No.
Like I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot, I guess.
No. See, I like what they were going for, but here's the thing: you can't take on the biggest tech companies in the world with a half-assed platform that basically is not built to handle the influx. When you go, we won't censor you because you're going to bring every conservative in the world to you, and your equipment can't handle it. You don't have a data warehouse. You don't have all this stuff. You may, I don't know, but
yeah.
the way it responds, I don't see it.
Okay.
It's just, I don't feel like it's doing much for anybody. It's just another thing to have to post on, and it's not really spreading to anything. Unless you're Donald Trump Jr. or some high level something or another, they don't follow hashtags. You can't do any of that shit. So I don't know.
They haven't come up with their system yet. It's more or less they just kind of like threw this thing out there.
It's very, very primitive.
So what's the deal with Rumbler?
Rumble? Still playing with that one. We just got that set up. We got the first video on it, and it's supposed to be like this super launch version of YouTube that can take small channels like us and promote you. And then make you give you a better following, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. And frankly, just from what I'm seeing going through it, I'm not seeing anything. It's very similar. I'm not impressed.
I'm going to see here.
It's just not.
I'm going to see something real quick.
It's not the kind of platform that everyone keeps promoting, in my opinion. I would like to see it do what it claims it's going to do, but it's just not. And I hate social media to begin with, so I'm a very negative guy when it comes to it from the get-go. But I figure, what the hell, let's give it a try. It's supposed to be means to uncensored, unfiltered content.
Are you supposed to hashtag on it too?
I couldn't tell you. I've hashtagged on it on our videos and all that shit and whatnot, and it doesn't do what it does on other platforms. I'll put it that way. All right.
So I just randomly went on Rumble, okay? Facebook, Newsy, whatever the fuck Newsy is, it has 38.4 thousand followers. It has 161 views on their video.
Yeah.
On Facebook, cracks down on potential public safety threats.
Yeah.
So, how big is it?
Yeah. When you take someone with 30,000 plus followers and they're only getting 160 views, why am I incentivized to waste my time utilizing your platform? How do we promote the hunting industry? How do we promote our platform? How do we promote anything when it's not doing anything? It's literally, you put it up and it's dead in the water from the get-go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not seeing it, man. It's just not.
Yeah, it's
maybe it'll take off someday. You know, and we'll be behind the curve like we are with everything else. So fuck it.
No, like I said, you know, we'll keep it and we'll slowly kind of do our thing, and I'll see if it's going to progress, and I'll give it a time trial.
Is there an actual outdoor drive parlor?
There's not an outdoor drive parlor.
Okay.
There is an outdoor drive Rumble.
But not a parlor yet.
But not a parlor. I am not convinced that it is worth my time and effort to upload on it.
Well, East Coast Trav has one, and Steve has one. But I don't. You could search Steve, but you probably won't find him.
It'll come up as OD Steve.
OD Steve. See, he is fucking somebody. About time, Steve.
No.
Jesus. OD Steve.
So, I mean, it's funny. I was kind of looking through, like, Working Class Bow Hunter kick theirs up. They'll put up a post and they get 17 views
on Parler.
And I'm like, are you shitting me?
How does one?
You know, it's just
That's
when
crazy.
you take a platform that gets tens of thousands of views, you put them on there and they get less than 20.
No.
Why?
They got their latest post that went up 5 hours ago was Ross's Old Butte of Illinois. They got 153.
Oh, excuse me. They quadrupled.
Right.
Yeah, see, so tell me, how is that beneficial to anyone? What does it do for the community?
I'm not seeing it, man.
I don't think they have the power behind them to do what they claim to do.
Boga hunting.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
Well, yeah, and see, and you can look through and you can find, you know, the big name people, and they have the followings. But
how do they hit it so hard, bro? Like,
it's all they're carrying over followers from other platforms. Like, you take a Joe Rogan who's got millions of followers, and he goes over here, he's going to bring over millions of followers.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's not the kind of platform to start a platform and expect growth. You know, and it's just not beneficial in my opinion. This is just me going back to my anti-social media stuff. I don't know, call it what you want. I think it's all bullshit. And people trying to capitalize on people.
I think that we've made this 360 or this 180 switch because I'm
gonna bring it back right here.
You're the social media guy now.
No. You're still the social guy. You're still the social. Let's not get this twisted.
I'm behind the curve at this point. Like right now, I'm behind the curve on the whole social media thing. I'm sorry, but I'm behind it right now.
I'll bring this back around and we'll carry on and get off of this shit.
You don't invent a social media for conservatives during fucking hunting season.
Well, here's what it is, and that's a valid point. I give you that. So they went, all these conservatives are pissed off because of electoral censoring shit like that.
Yep.
And they went, we can make a quick buck by telling them this. And they stand up a half-assed platform, and everyone goes, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing since fucking cheese curds. And people are rolling over there.
Cheese curds. Okay.
I'm not. That's what I said. I compared it.
All right.
You know?
I love cheese curds. I like going to the WCB shoot so I can eat cheese curds from cheese curd people.
And you roll
Wisconsin
platforms, and these platforms don't do shit. It's a flop. So what I'm saying is I'm going to stick to what I'm doing, and I'm a hunt and continue to not give a shit about social media. And I may or may not post anything on these new platforms. I don't know. But just to give you a heads up, that's where I personally stand and feel.
All right.
Fuck them. I'm going hunting.
That's it, buddy. That's all that matters. Speaking of, I can't decide where I want to go hunting in the morning.
Oh, don't even get me started, dude.
I got a question. Real quick. All right, go. All right, let me get you started. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, we have like the perfect prime conditions for almost every place I can go hunt tomorrow morning.
Right.
Chance of snow, 25 degrees, northwest winds, like optimal.
Man.
Coming off of this heat wave.
Stand.
And guess what?
What's that?
My ass got to drive into the office.
Oh, man.
So I am stuck working on probably the first optimal day in Virginia. I am so like it pisses me off. Like I may call in sick with my arm in a sling tomorrow, if you know what I mean.
You probably should, bud. Your arm's in a cast.
What were you gonna ask?
No. Oh, so what's your thoughts on this? So would you hunt in the same exact property in the same exact stand where you had just shot a deer and gutted it about 100 yards from your tree stand?
That I would say guts would depend on the wind and the predator population in the area. Because if the wind's going to be downwind to you, the wind's blowing out, that gut pile's not blowing into where you're hunting, whatever, I don't think it's a problem, because anything that does scent that to come in, going to the predator side, you're not going to have predator pressure coming in there and trying to gobble up that gut pile. I think if it's out of the wind's game, I'd go right back into that stand. Now, however, if that wind is blowing scent right in, yeah, you may be driving in the predators, because those predators are all going to come downwind to slide into it, which should be coming right through where you're hunting, which is going to ultimately push the deer out. So that's my particular look at it. I'm all for kill a deer in a spot, and if it's still good and you didn't blow anything out big time, get back in there. But if the wind's wrong, wait till the wind shifts. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. So
again, the upside, you can go sit that stand and you may be able to kill 3 or 4 fucking coyotes, which is a win. Just saying.
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of coyotes. I'd imagine that gut pile is probably gone. I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know, but I don't want to find out in the morning. So this is my deal. So this morning, and I don't know, man. Like, obviously hindsight's 20/20, right? So I shot a doe yesterday, and first light, she come out with a fucking what was her this year's yearling, and the two of them, I seen them early season. I passed them. It was early season. I passed the two of them. So I didn't want to shoot them. They were a little too young. Well, now she's not too young. So, and it's a giant doe, by the way. And she came in first light, and she was fucking 19 yards. I just cut the Zeus loose, bro. Piled her up. That was it. And just had to do it, man. Punch a tag. I knew there was 2 days left of the season here. I had a couple tags left. Punch a tag. Let it rip. Buck and I don't know, man. It's just in me, dude. Been sitting in tree stands from 3 to 3.
Well, how do you get good at killing deer? Kill deer.
Gotta kill deer. Hey, listen, you can say whatever you want, dude. Shit tastes good, so I don't really care what anyone says. And I'm not afraid, because I like I said in one of our group chats, I'll tag out with 4 fucking does. You think I give a shit? I really don't, man. I really don't care. I just love killing things. I mean, I don't know if that's morbid or fucked up to say, but I love killing shit. So if I can get it on film, man, I love killing shit. I really do. I mean, like, that's my thing. Like, I don't care what it is. If I can film it, I'm killing it. So the doe came in, and I shot her, and I sat there until noon. I shot her at like 6:30 in the morning. And I sat there till noon. It was cold. Just sat there, man. I was hoping. About 9 o'clock, there was another doe. I'd seen a buck out in the distance. Well, no. So what happened was, they were coming from the east going west, and there's I'm abutted against a river junction, and they always run. There's a CRP field and a little bit oak flat. It's kind of like what we were hunting down in Ohio.
Gotcha.
So there's a little CRP field, tons of bedding either side, and then there's an oak flat, and they come down the oak flat. There's a couple trails right there. So I shot my deer actually last year, a year ago today. I shot in there, and they come down this trail. Well, the doe came down the trail. I shot her. She ran off. So she went from she was like, I don't know, like 60 yards away. She was in one of the other CRP fields, and there was another doe that's coming down, and I was about to let down my bow, and I hear, and I'm like, the fuck, dude? Not at me. That wasn't at me. And I could just see the doe about 75, 100 yards. going off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then in front of me in the CRP field, I seen antlers. I'm like, what the fuck? So I grab out my Nor'easter. Bleat, right? This bitch comes in. She comes in. And she came right into about 20 yards. And she just like, I don't know if it was the arrow, smelled blood, maybe the wind was kind of like shifty. I don't know. She kind of turned around and went away. And the buck was right behind her, and then they tailed off, and they kind of went back the way that they came, but like on the far way. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that, I mean, that's a hot doe in there, right? So, like, do I go back in there in the morning, set up more to which would be like the east, and set like where they were coming from, like in that doe bedding? Or
that's what we did in Ohio, and look what it did.
But we didn't have a dead deer in the mix.
Well,
that's kind of where,
so like that's why I said going back to, you got to play that wind. So if the wind is going to blow all
it's going to be blowing towards the river, so it's going to be blowing. So all right, so forward, we'll call straight out in front of me is north. The deer died to the east. The deer were coming from the west, and
hell yes, I would get back
out of the north.
Yeah, I'd get back in there.
It's all in like, dude, from like where the doe bedding is to where I killed that deer is like 300 yards, 250 yards.
Dude, I'd get in there all day long.
I just know there's a hot doe in there. But the thing is that she kind of knew that it was there, so I can't really go in that stand.
Yeah, don't go to that tree, but find another tree.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
reset in that tree. That's why.
Ohio, honestly, it was like an incredible lesson. We got in and set one place, gathered information, moved a little, gathered more information, moved a little, killed.
Yeah.
So
I feel as I'm catching the tail end of all the action where I was anyways, because I'm outside the CRP field and I'm outside of the bedding.
Yeah. So I would do exactly what we did and dive right in to where they're coming in and out of their bed. Set it up on the wind and fucking kill something.
And the other to me is that there's a hot doe in there. So who the fuck else knows what's going to show up there other than that's already in there? And another thing I gathered for information today too, every day is something new. Like, and I hunt every fucking day. And I learned something all the time. Like, if you're not learning something, you're not winning, right? In my opinion. Anyways. So I was talking to another good buddy of mine, Chris Brockett. Who's Chris Brockett, my taxidermist, really good buddy of mine. He, in conversation today, I was asking kind of like the same question, like, hey, man, I was thinking about going in this spot, but should I go in this spot? But I didn't go to that spot. I went to another spot because what he told me is that the bucks drive the does to the thickets when they're breeding. Like, they go to CRP fields, thick, nasty shit. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go to this other place. But now thinking about it, they're going to be in that spot. I need to go in there. And it's private land. So I can hunt there tomorrow with my bow. So
I would do it. That's just me.
It's either that or I go up on the mountain and hunt up there, which is always an option too.
Well, where do you have the best, most recent sign?
On the bottom. See, the thing is, like, all the scrapes and stuff is kind of like shut down, and all the leaves are on the ground, so it's tough to kind of like see sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just my most recent intel, and a lot of deer. I've seen a lot of deer down in the river.
Here is, if it's unclear, unsure, I'm going to go back to just old standard theory. Mornings, you want to be on the ridge tops and let them thermals play up. Then bucks are going to run the insides of those ridges, catching the thermals coming up, and then move your ass to the bottom at noon and hunt those thermals as they come down in the evening.
The problem is, I know this is going to sound so fucked up.
No, go for it.
On the rivers, down in the thickets, I see more action in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I see more action up on the ridges.
Okay, so play it that way, dude.
In the afternoon.
Work with what you see,
It's just so. It's
theory versus reality is always two different things. If you're seeing more in the morning in one place, you need to be where you're seeing shit in the morning.
It's just so fucked up, bro. It just.
Tomorrow's
gonna be cold. Tomorrow's gonna be stupid cold.
Okay, so, and that's a thick bottom.
It's
right?
a thick bottom. Yeah.
Okay, so when it's cold, what are the deer gonna do?
Go to the bottom.
Get in the thick shit, out of the wind, out of the cold, and pile in. What are the bucks doing right now? Looking in the thick shit or driving does into the thick shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me go hunt the thick shit. Get in that bottom. If that's the way you want to look at it with the time of year and everything going on, I'd get in the bottom.
Yeah, I got to do it.
Because you may catch something transitioning off that ridge. You may catch something transitioning from bed to bed. You never freaking know.
It's the craziest thing, dude. Like so up on the top, there's a big mountain laurel thing up there, and the bucks run down into that, and then they go down through, and they cross the road. There's a road. Whatever. Roads don't mean nothing to them. No, it's fucking crazy because you never would think that in a million years. Like when you look at and this is all just over years of experience. When you look at a piece of property, like for us, it stops us by property lines. But when you take a topographical and you look at it, they don't give a fuck. The deer don't care if there's a road or a property line.
They'll cross it.
You have to think of it as a whole. You have to think of it as a whole. And sometimes my mind gets really simplified, and it just looks, or not simplified, it would be, simplified. And it looks at it on property lines. You're like, oh, well, the deer's got to go here. No, the deer
don't care whose property it is.
They don't care if there's a house in the middle of it.
They're going terrain features to bedding, bedding to bedding, bedding to food, food to bedding.
I know it's been a crazy podcast, and you guys have had to listen to this craziness, and I hope you guys are learning something throughout all of this, and that I can help you.
They're probably like, these guys are idiots.
Yeah, they probably are. Like, these guys are idiots. How did that guy shoot a 166? He doesn't even know how to fucking spell his name or tie his shoelaces. What in the hell?
Stars align. Stars align. We'll go with it.
Just lucky. No. It's just
same situation. You learned information. You moved in, learned more information. We took 2 days off because of the shitty ass weather. Mm-hmm. Moved back in, killed the giant. Saw multiple giants.
I'm going to go down there.
Situation.
It's just
you haven't been in there in 2 days. You've been seeing movement.
Oh, I shot one in there yesterday.
Yeah. So you shot one yesterday. Today off. Get in there tomorrow.
I'm going to sit there until
seeing bucks. Make it happen.
I'm going to sit there till 10 or 11. And then if not, I'm going to go up on the hill and I'll sit there until dark. And then guess what? Whatever I see, I'll do the same again the next day. I don't really care. Because we had northwest wind for like 3 days.
Yep. You may get in there and learn something completely new about the place.
It is what it is, man. I don't really care.
When you can see 50 yards further than you used to, you can learn a lot more. Like where you sat in that oak grove in Ohio, you saw him here and said I should go deeper. I went deeper. I sat there and said I saw this and I saw this. We need to be here and here. So we moved in deeper. We sat here and here. We both saw stuff, and you killed the giant coming out of that bedding that we didn't even know was there had we not gone deeper.
No, it's kind of funny. It's funny is, like, I kind of got confused about that because I knew that was bedding, and you had said that there was bedding on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
What is he talking about? My wind's going right into the bedding.
Yeah. And you were in that transition, dude.
What the fuck? Because, like, in the video, so there's the does. That's in that bedding where I shot the buck out of.
Yeah.
And I was focused on that bedding there. You were focused on this bedding over here.
Yep.
So, like, the big oaks here, you were saying that the deer were coming out of this bedding, and I'm seeing the deer coming out of this bedding.
And I told you the deer were transversing. All the bucks were going from this bedding to that bedding. And you were sitting right in the middle of that transition, not even knowing it.
Because I didn't know that there was bedding to which would be my east.
Right. And
I knew that there was to the west. And I was like, dude, fucking everything's going to come out of there. I know everything's going to come out of there. And then you're like, no, everything's going to come out of this side.
So and what happened? All day long, they came out from behind you.
It's fucking crazy. They came from behind me.
Yeah, they came out of the bedding I warned you about.
From the south.
Yeah, they came out from where I told you and came into that other bedding that you were sitting on.
But the deer that I was out of came out of the bedding that I thought it was going to come out.
Exactly. Like, that's why I said you were between two beds, and those deer were cruising bed to bed, trying to send out, trying to find a hot doe.
Can I go back?
In that perfect spot.
Can I go back?
We will. Oh, we will. That's happening. That's like already on my radar that I'm starting to plan this out as a kind of a normal type thing. Like I'm considering dropping Pennsylvania and shifting that tag to Ohio.
To Ohio?
And just, I mean, it's 6 hours away, dude. I drive 5.5 hours to the farm in PA. Why not?
Really?
Yeah, it's the same freaking thing for me. So why the hell not go over there? Knowing what we know, and we're only a week's into that property. That'd be stupid. Get in there early season? Shit.
I'm in.
Because then, we find us a place that we can do some velvet hunting, whether we make a trip to Wyoming or Kentucky or something like that. And then
North Dakota.
Yeah. And we got that connection too.
We can go with Dev.
Yeah. We hit that velvet season, come home, hunt locally for a little while, hit Ohio around October.
You trying to get me to quit my job?
What job? Come on. Seth would be like, oh, yeah, you can take 4 days off, go to North Dakota. You're good. By the time Ohio comes around, you're done. And then we come home and hunt for a little while. And then we find us a late season hunt.
I hate being here. I fucking hate Connecticut. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying is we could plan it out. Like I said, we have connections all over the Midwest.
I got a little distracted. My fucking camera just went off.
Well, if it ain't nothing good, it don't count.
It's a hot dough. She's steaming through. Bitch. Ooh, yeah. There's one running. That's never good. Oh, my God. Sorry. I just got a little distracted. But, I'm in with this plan, dude. Early season North Dakota. Throw a fucking another mix in there. Let's do Kansas.
Yeah, if we can pull a Kansas tag, we got 2 different places. We can hit 3 different places, because when you start looking at the boys over there at Quiet Cat and their situation, and I got Ken down there midway through the state. And then we got Quiet
Cat's in Illinois.
Well, right, but connections.
Oh, yeah, true.
And then we have Andrew in Oklahoma right below the Kansas border. So you got Oklahoma and Kansas.
Is that over the counter?
Oklahoma is. Kansas is draw.
How hard's it draw?
I think it's like a 2-year guarantee. So if you don't get it the first year, you're getting it the next year type situation.
They want your money.
Yeah. So you can always do that. And I don't know, maybe we start a rotation. We do Ohio this year, Kansas next year, Iowa or Illinois or something next year.
Oh, we got 4 years. We got Iowa.
Yeah. And just start doing a big rotation.
Smelts is he's going to get his Iowa tag this year.
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He's going to get his. I'm thinking about building an outdoor drive bus.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, we need either a bus or a
conversion van,
lifted roof with bunks in it, and
funny story.
Get a hold of Gator. Yeah.
Go ahead. Pops, he shot a deer the other day, and so me and Smelts were talking. Sorry, we're gonna go on a tangent for real quick. So,
Squirrel. Squigger.
Inside joke, guys. Sorry. Dan Smelts was telling me, he's like, dude, let's hook up. I got to go to Iowa, this, that, and the other thing, and da-da-da-da. And I said, well, we're going to go to the shoot, and we're going to pick people up, and da-da-da-da. And he's like, bro, we need a fucking bus. I said, I'm going to build a motherfucking bus. How's that? My dad had bought a conversion van. It's been sitting for like 3 years. And the other day, he had shot a deer. And I was up there helping him drag. You guys probably saw the pictures on my social media. All of us were hanging out, my brother with his son and everything. We took a nice picture. And when I was about to leave, my dad says to me, he says, "Hey, Trev, I still got that conversion van. You guys interested in that thing?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, I got to get it out of there. Why don't we start working on it? It's been sitting for a couple years," but I said, "Can I drive that fucker across country?" He said, "Yeah, we'll get it all fixed up." So,
yeah, get it fixed up.
We might have a shoot.
We hit up old Wade Borman, and we did a custom wrap on it. You feel me? And then drop a couple of freaking hanging cots that'll fold up on the side and put a gear rack on the other side and a deer hanger off the back.
I'm just saying, bro.
Just saying.
We go, listen, I rent a car. It's a couple $100, $500 to rent a fucking car for 2 weeks. I mean, it gets a little expensive. I'd rather dump the $500 into a conversion van and it'd be ours,
Yeah.
We go do a goose hunt up north. Snow goose hunt, this, that.
Go down south for an Osceola turkey.
I mean, if y'all just, I'm just saying, if you want to help the brothers out here at the Outdoor Drive, you got some shit, you want to talk about, we're here. Just saying. Just going to leave it out there. Just going to send it on its way.
Yeah.
But speaking of waterfowl.
Yeah, it's about season for you.
Well, so season hasn't rung in. It doesn't ring in until the day after Thanksgiving.
You mean you can't make it another week?
For Rhode Island. But we're going to go shoot in Massachusetts. So we're going to go up to Mass and hunt there on Friday or Saturday with Danny from Ducks on the Bay. So we start shooting on Friday, Saturday. I'm fucking pumped.
If you can find ammo.
I got some left over from last year.
Yeah, there you go.
Believe it or not. I got some buddies and shit that have it. I just ordered new Boss shells. I am fucking pumped. I don't know if anyone's ever shot them. The copper-coated tungsten. Holy fuck. Knockdown power. It's like nothing ever before. I got a couple of buddies that shoot tungsten for turkeys. 410s. They shoot with 410s. Yep. Have you heard about this fucking craziness?
Oh, yeah. We got guys out here, youth and women. That's like the go-to out here.
Hunting with 410s. Yeah, hunting with 410s, shooting turkeys at 65 yards.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yep. Get the right choke tube. Doesn't matter if you're a high-dollar gun or a single-shot crack barrel. That round will get out there and wake them up or put them to sleep. So,
rolling turkeys at 65 yards with a 410.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yep.
Sign me the fuck up. So that's what we shoot for waterfowl for the sea ducks. So I'm excited to try that. I've shot all kinds of shit. I'm the crazy guy in the duck blind. I got 1,700 feet per second hypersonics, and I always shooting some type of fast round. So these are really slow, but a lot of stopping power. So we'll see what happens. I'm pumped, man. Duck season's about to be here. Things are getting crazy. I want to just want a little bit antlers. Just one Connecticut antler buck. Just a little bit before I leave.
Yeah. Well, like I told you the other day, I had a realization sitting in the stand. I haven't shot a buck in Virginia in 3 years. I've killed in Pennsylvania. I've killed in Maryland. I've killed in North Carolina. Almost killed in Ohio.
You did.
I have not shot a buck in Virginia with my bow in 3 years.
Wow.
Got the bear, and I've shot a lot of does.
Right.
But I put so much emphasis on
other states.
Kim's buck, other states, getting everything else set up. I haven't even found a single buck for me. Like last year we had the one, but that property kind of turned out to be an overhunted bust. But this year, after my wife got hers and after you guys got out of here, which, by the way, yes, the bear we were trying to kill showed up the morning that you guys left. If we'd have gone out, you would have killed him.
Always does.
Yeah.
Oh, he showed up the morning that I left?
Yeah, you were here when he was sitting out there, 200 yards from you, down in the trees.
And why didn't we go out?
7:30 in the morning, because we got the doe the night before, and you guys were going to pack up and head back to CT, and we said, screw it, whatever. If we'd have gone and sat back in the stand off the farm, you would have whacked a 300-pound bear. Hindsight sucks. So that picture I sent you, I was like, dude, that's literally when we were packing your car. You were going to get the cooler when that bear showed up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That was a heartbreaker, dude.
Damn it.
I hadn't pulled that card since you left.
Shit.
And I saw that. And I was like, oh, dude, that's a heartbreaker.
Fuck me.
But, you know.
I'm not. Next year? Fuck that. Fuck that.
See, and then, like I said,
I'll come later.
Every 6 days, I had a bear come through there after that. It wasn't the traffic we normally have, but it was there, dude. Chewing on that freaking tree branch.
What the fuck?
So, went out and refreshed the camera, put a new card in, got everything up and going. Kind of watching it and hoping that late season with all the green off the trees now and, you know, the food plot's still nice and green when everything else is turning brown. I'm hoping that the next 2 weeks things start funneling up here to get on some fresh green after the rut and maybe try to capitalize here. We're talking about hitting Pennsylvania and go rifle hunt up on the farm the weekend after Thanksgiving. Go hunt that for a few days. Just see what happens and just kind of grind while I can between work and trying to find time off and everything else there, dude. It's been a miserable late rut.
You'll get it, bro. Something good's gonna happen.
I'm not worried. The old lady got her doe. You punched that Virginia curse. We got the deer in Ohio. I mean, it's been an epic season.
She got a buck.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, she got her deer. I got it. Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry. I wasn't reading what you were putting out.
You know, so with all that down, it's been a successful season, hands down. We got 3 deer in the freezer here. I'm not concerned.
Right.
We've got all the footage. We've got everything we need to really kick off how chaotic this season's been.
Speaking of the big buck, the Ohio buck footage is up on YouTube for those that haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. And there's going to be another one. Just saying. We got another one coming.
Yeah, we'll get that up and going. And then, we'll see what happens late season. Then we'll start getting some duck stuff laid down. And I don't know. Maybe it'll get crazy and I'll swing up there and see if I can't do some sea duck shit without chumming the waters and, you know, have some fun.
Yeah, man. You should, dude. Come fucking hang out.
Yeah, I need to.
You should take another ride up.
Yeah. Try to catch all this crazy weather and COVID, and hopefully the government doesn't shut us down.
Figure something out, bro. That'd be a good time.
Yeah, we need to make a winter trip.
I didn't even think of that, dude. I got nothing going on. Come fucking hang out, bro. I got nothing. Fucking, we're just killing shit, dude. Come on.
You see this?
Yeah, come on, man. Fuck, I didn't even think of that, man. Come up and shoot some ducks, dude. Fucking hang out.
I'll float along in a skiff and just film.
Jesus, you're gonna fucking die. We can't put you in the middle of the... well, you should be fine, I guess.
I should be fine. Always should be fine. But every time I say that...
You're going to take Dramamine or something. We'll get you a patch. You'll be fine. Yeah. You know they make those.
Oh, yeah. And that's the crazy thing. I've never had issues on the water if I could see land. Up until this last trip.
So...
I don't know what the hell. That was nuts.
If you get a hold of your doctor and tell them you get motion sickness, they'll give you motion sickness patches.
Dude, my health insurance comes through the VA. I say I have anything, they go, here's frickin' opioids. Get stoned.
What? That's crazy.
Dude, you tell the VA you got any issues, they go, oh, here, get stoned.
Jeez.
Unlimited supply, take what you want.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's stupid. So, but no, I think it'll come around. Either way, we got a lot of shit coming. There's still a lot of season left. New season's opening. We'll be making some switches and kicking off into some of the different later season outdoor activities that go on.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll get Sean White on here to talk about snowboarding.
You keep saying that. It's very possible. No.
Yeah, if only. Yeah, we'll just kind of roll with it and see what happens.
Shed hunting. It's right around the corner, guys.
Coming up sooner than we think.
It's crazy. It's. I'm ready to hit it hard.
You know, we're talking late rut right now, but it ain't going to be long, and we're being looking for sheds. Doing early season scouting, prepping for turkey.
We're already talking about. We're planning 2 trips right now with the guys I shed hunt with. I mean, we're looking at Maine. I think we're talking a week and a half, maybe 2 in Maine. We're thinking, this just came up in conversation last night. We're thinking like a possible extra long, maybe week-long trip to Ohio.
Get in
for
there
shed hunt.
Learn a little bit more about that land.
I don't know, man. We're just kind of throwing it out there, but that's just around the corner, man. Like, shotgun season's here. We're almost locked down, dude. I mean, we're talking
3 months, and we're looking for horns, prepping for birds.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, speaking of birds, you want to hear something sad?
Yeah. Did you see the video? One question, because it's gonna get crazy. Did you see the fucking turkeys, bro? I've had the craziest turkey luck ever. I can't get the fuck away from them.
They're drawn to you. Well, speaking of turkeys, so Whitey bit the dust today.
Oh no.
Yeah, the old lady went out to let him out, and something got in the cage last night, and
something got her. She didn't just. Oh no.
Something got in there, and something rang her out. Just a kill to kill type thing. I think it may have been a raccoon or something of that nature. Killed her, didn't tear her up, didn't eat her, didn't do nothing, just killed her. So,
any of the chickens too, or just the turkey?
Chickens were good. They were up and they were roosted. They were just fine. She's old and fat and couldn't get around very well, and they got her. Jeez. But my 2-year turkey calling coach is no longer. So, yeah.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Whitey.
Yeah, I guess so. I put together a rest in peace memory video. I got a ton of videos of
it. Yeah. She was definitely entertainment for anyone who came around. Loved to fight women, period. If you were a woman, she wanted to fight. If you were a guy, she wanted to love on you. And I learned more about freaking turkey calls from her than I have anything else. So
that's crazy. One of the guys I learned how to turkey hunt from also, he was a farmer, and he had ran over a clutch of turkeys with the mother in it, and he had raised up 4 of the turkey chicks. He had, put them in the incubator and raised them up. Dude is one of the nastiest fucking callers I have ever met in my entire life, because all he did was just listen to him. Yep. And it's not like the crazy calling that we do, not the fucking like it's like it's soft.
Oh, yeah. Yep. When you can sit and listen to a turkey all day long, and you start after time, you'll know that they're hungry. They're looking for other turkeys. They're doing this. They're and you can literally go, this sound means this. This sound means this. They do this then. When you got a fighting purr, but then you have the 12 different types of sounds in a fighting purr. Things like it's dumbfounding how many sounds a turkey can make. Mm-hmm. And until you spend that much time around them, you really don't understand that. It's not just cuts and clucks and purrs. There is so much more to the vocalization on a turkey. And when you compare that shit up and you go out to the woods and you replicate your damn pet. I mean, I would sit here and literally watch her call in turkeys up into the food plot.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's just being around them, man. It's just that education,
Yep. Yeah.
It's the same with deer hunting. It's the same with so much shit.
Oh, well, if I could get away with having pet deer, I would, but it's not legal in Virginia.
No.
It would just start a little farm here,
That's what it is.
Yeah. So.
Fuck yeah. It's been a good season, man.
Dude, you've had an epic year. Not even a good season. You've had an epic year.
Connecticut is defeating me, and it always does until this week. This week is normally my week. If it's going to happen, I thought last week was going to be it. I think this is the week where I know that I got like 3 or 4 more days. I got tomorrow.
Good hard hunting.
What's tomorrow? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are we'll call that my week. This is probably when I'll knock down a buck. I'll call it now. I'll find a buck this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm hoping. Okay, because a year ago today I shot my buck here last year. So hopefully this week, these next couple of days, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all bets are off.
Yep.
The guns come out.
So yeah.
I won't join the Orange Army yet tomorrow. I'm going to hunt hard. We got some bow-only areas that we can get into too, so I'm fucking pumped, man. We've had some epic hunts this year. I really have. I've seen a decent amount of deer. Always seeing deer. Just not bucks, man. I fucking Saturday, we had hunted all day set with Seth, and the squirrel hunters came in, and they drove me out of my fucking tree. So I had moved my stand to another piece of property, and I was going to get set up, and I go to set in my platform, and I hear, and I look over, dude, and there's a fucking nice buck, a big 8-pointer, 10-pointer, and he's just bounding off, and I'm like, motherfucker, dude. If I had just if I didn't go in as deep, or if I was there 10 minutes earlier, I probably would have killed the deer, right? All these hindsight shit.
Dude, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry fucking Christmas. Just saying.
That's a t-shirt right there. If ifs and buts were, yeah, I like that. That's fucking awesome. And then I was getting frustrated because I have been hunting my ass off since I've been home, and like just no opportunities have arose. This is how it happened in Ohio. Fucking just opportunity after opportunity, just not rising to where they need to be. Little tiny fork-horn buck comes by, fucking 8 yards right behind me. I shot.
Swing and a miss.
Fuck. A button doe came in too. Should have shot that fucker. I didn't.
Just out of posterity's sake, you know, keep the tradition alive.
Well, I thought that I had smoked the fork-horn. So when he had bounded off, he must have had like a limp in him, but I didn't realize it because he came up behind me, and I didn't really see him come in. He was just there, and he was just feeding me. So I had just grabbed my bow, full draw, whack. Well, he had bounded off, and he was kind of limping. I see his left leg, and his tail's fucking flickering. And I'm like, bro, I smoked that thing. Smoked him. So I sat there, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll double up. And then, you know, on a decent buck or whatever, I got a lot of shit's going through my head at this time. I call my buddy. I'm like, I need some help. This is fucking far drag. I should have never shot this deer, but I need help. I get down and I look at the arrow.
Got a little bit of fat on there.
Fat.
Little hair.
I went right over his I hit the top of his back. Son of a bitch. 8 yards, 28 feet in the air, and I don't know, it's fucking, I guess, just no drop at that point. And sucks. So that's kind of like, I needed that redemption when I shot the doe yesterday. It was just kind of one of those things like, fuck it. I need to do this.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's one of those things. And one thing I spent a lot of time working on that with Kim this year was steep angle shots from the stand.
I practiced those shots a million times. That's the thing that pisses me off.
Right. But, you know, when you practice it at 15 yards, a 20-yard pin is perfect. But at 8 yards, dude, you're shooting straight down. So just enough range.
So technically, don't you have to use 30 yards?
That works on flat
30-yard pin?
That works on flat ground because your arrow's coming out of the rest and rising. And that's why you shoot lower. Well, when you're shooting straight down, that arrow doesn't rise. It's literally flying straight out.
So at that point, you literally have to aim like 4 inches low, 5 inches low.
Yeah.
To hit contact.
Assume you're shooting at a target at 4 feet. So think when you're paper tuning a bow and you use your 20-yard pin, you're shooting a couple inches high because you haven't crested that arc. It's still coming out. So when you're shooting down at 8 yards, it's like shooting at 4 feet. That arrow is still on that climb.
So you're even higher than what you would be at 20.
Right.
I don't know that. What the fuck?
If you're hunting turkey and you're on flat ground, yeah, that close, you better use a 30 or 40 pin.
Yeah, you crank it up 30. You got to figure out what it is.
Climbing.
You have to figure out what it is. So like you need to shoot something at. We do it at 8 yards or 7 yards when you practice it, and then you put it. It's like depending on the speed of the bow or the distance between your housing of your the housing of your sight and the distance between your sight and your rest depends on where you need to be. So it could be 25, it could be 30, 35, 40, depends in your distance between the two of them. So like you need to practice that, but
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
On 3D course, we do that
exactly.
8-yard shot or a 7-yard shot,
and that's because they give you those steep shots. You're like, oh, there's a chip shot, and then you're in the 8, 6.
Blow your or you blow up your arrow.
You don't consider there's a complete change in freaking dynamics and how that arrow is going to fly coming out of that rest, pointing straight down, and that's why, like right here, right now, my target is sitting under the stand at 7 yards. Because I was showing the wife that you're literally shooting off the spine, but you're aiming at the belly. And you're going to come right in that pocket. It feels weird. It sounds weird. It's stupid, but that's what happens. Now, once you get out there at 20 yards and your arrow has time to lay out of the rest, okay. But when you're that close, you're shooting straight down. That arrow has no up or down diversion. It's going in one direction.
What's the same with a rifle? If you shoot something that's say 30 yards and your gun's sighted in for 100 yards, you have to.
You're going to shoot 4 inches high
because the arc that comes out of the gun
right. And that's the thing is
don't understand that
until you shoot a lot, and that's why turkey season this comes up a lot. People go put your target at 5 yards and 10 yards and see where your arrow hits, so you don't consider this for deer hunting because it's not often you have a 5 or an 8 yard shot 27 feet up in a tree. So
it happened to me one time. I fucking missed.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't miss. I just not fatal.
And that's what I'm saying is
I'm just glad it wasn't a big buck.
You literally have to get a tree, set it up, and practice every scenario you can think of. I'm a big fan of 3D targets for this reason.
Do you know who was good for that? And we talked about it last week with Nico.
Yeah.
Was Chris Brackett. He was nasty at it.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking did, man. He would literally take a 3D target, quarter in two, quarter in away, quarter in, half quarter in. Like every shot that was possibly known to man, he would practice that fucking shot and how important it was. That show arrow flexion constantly. When he was practicing for bow fishing, he'd put a balloon under the water and he'd get on the diving board and he would shoot down at it. And it's so critical and so important that you practice these shots because those are the shots that you're going to take, man. You're going to make those shots. You need to practice them. It is very fucking important to practice them. And people wonder, you see on, especially this is when you see the most of it, is on all these Facebook forums. These guys are like, oh, I shot this deer and I hit it here. What should I do? Well, hey, Peckerhead, if you fucking practiced the way you should have, you wouldn't have had that fucking problem and you would know how long it would take for you to go and recover that arrow.
Right.
Now they're having a problem.
That's the thing. I am adamant. Get a 3D target. I don't care if it is a $100 freaking, what do they call them? A trophy buck or whatever, boss buck.
Yep.
Set it up onto your stand. Build a little wooden platform with 2 pegs coming up that the stand can sit on. Take 20 shots at it at a steep quartering away. And when you go down and collect your arrows, walk to the front of the deer and look at it and see where your arrows cross. So if your deer's here, is your angle right where you're hitting vitals? Look at it and kind of follow that based on your distance and etc. And then look at it from the side. And did my arrow hit vitals or was it back or was it before? You have to practice that and don't just shoot and go. It hit where I was aiming. Look at the arrow. Did it go through vitals? If not, how do I need to shoot that angle? Mm-hmm. Try it again and figure out, okay, that's how I shoot it to hit the vitals.
It's very important. It's only going to make you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people don't understand that, and they don't do that.
Right. Well, see, and here's one thing. I love watching people go out west because they go out. Beast. Oh, here's a giant bull elk. The shoulder pocket on that thing's huge. I can just, put an arrow here and it's done. And then they never find it. Well, yeah, it's a huge target, but guess what? You never practiced a steep quartering away or a sharp quartering to or a head-on shot. Where it goes from broadside, you have a 60% chance in the kill zone to, 30% or 10% or dead on. People don't practice the shot and it costs them.
You have to practice. There's no questions about it. If you don't know your bow and you don't, guys will say to us, like, I can't believe you took that shot.
I'm confident in my shot.
I shoot my bow.
I wouldn't have let it fly if I wasn't confident.
If I didn't know it wouldn't kill the animal, I wouldn't have shot it.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
And that's the thing. That comes from, so this year alone, I'll say from January till now, I have shot around 9,000 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 3D, that's indoor, that is everything. I know my equipment. I know what the hell it's going to do. I know where it's going. I've practiced the shots.
Yep.
Thousands of shots on these freaking targets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confident. But if you go out and shoot 40 arrows before a season and go, yep, I'm sighted in.
Not going to work.
And then shot comes around and you lose a deer. Well, that's on you, dummy.
Well, that's the thing. And we play games when we're playing. So we try hard things. We do hard. You know what I'm saying? So, like, deer season, I don't shoot much during deer season. It's pretty fucking, we're on the grind. Come after deer season when I'm working in the shop, I'll stop what I'm doing while I'm skinning deer heads or working in the shop. I'll go out and I'll shoot 10, 15, 20 shots, go back in for an hour, come out, shoot 10, 15 shots, go back in, shoot 10, 15, do the same thing over and over. And from then on,
dude, I'm not going to lie.
I'm shooting. And then turkey season, during the summer, I shoot, when I get out of work, I shoot maybe 25, 30 shots, and then I go and I eat dinner and I go to bed. But I shoot my bow all the time. My bow is in my hands. Every Sunday I'm shooting 3D. I'm constantly fucking off. We go and shoot headshots. We fucking, dude, we fuck around. Like, you're not going to learn unless you shoot your bow.
And that's my thing. I honestly, right now, I'm kind of jonesing and waiting. It's about that time, we're a month and a half away, and I'm going to start shooting Vegas targets again.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait. If Pennsylvania wasn't closed, that would have been the kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, you got to, man. It's so crucial to be able to shoot quarter and not even that. Going back, and we talk about this all the time, the proper equipment and knowing and trusting your equipment. My broadhead, I know even if I shoot wrong, that I can trust the fucking shot. Plain and simple. Shoot a quartering to, quartering away. Fucking shoot it in the fucking shoulder. Hit it in the shoulder, what happens? Shit,
it goes 60 yards and dies.
That, man. It's so crucial, man. And you see it, and it's so heartbreaking. The people that say, like, oh, I was out searching for my deer for fucking 3 hours. I was out searching for my deer for 6 hours. Yeah, bad things happen. I get it. I understand it. It happens. But it shouldn't happen as much as it did if you didn't practice all the time. Guys with crossbows. I don't have a problem with crossbows. Make it perfectly fucking clear. I do have a problem with when I get a fucking trail cam picture and you're walking around the woods and the crossbow is on your back and you're walking through the laurels and the thing is on your back. You're not even carrying it regular. And now it's too much. I just can't grasp my head around it. I just don't understand. Wait till rifle season. Stay the fuck out of the woods. Because now you have a bow, an implement that is not as fatal as a gun is, and now you're just flinging shit around the woods.
Yep.
It's not the guy who's hurt, who was die hard into it, went out and got a crossbow, can't pull back his bow and arrow, and now is out there hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I get
it's what it is,
frustrated.
Dude.
My biggest buck in the biggest area, and I got 3 crossbow guys walking through there. I got a 170 on camera, and these fucking idiots are walking around the woods. Oh, don't get me going. Don't even.
Struggles, dude.
Oh,
it's what
my
it
Lord.
Is.
It is
well,
what it is.
Before we dive into all that and get too crazy on it, probably ought to pull the choke here. And
yeah, I guess we talked about absolutely nothing and send everyone on their way.
Yeah, we've kind of gone in a million circles and 12 rabbit holes. And
we always do, man.
It's worth it.
I
just know we'd keep going for the next 3 hours. So
yeah, well, before we end out, guys, just like we always say, just check us out. Go to the Outdoor Drive podcast website, theoutdoordrive.com. YouTube, subscribe, notification, all the good shit. If you're on iTunes, hit us with the 5-star review. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends. And last but not least, please tag us in your harvest. Tag us in your trail cam pictures. Tag us. We want to see what you guys are doing. We honestly, truly do. Please tag us in it. We want to. We want to share it on our stories. Get you the glory that you deserve. And we also want to see it. We want to follow what you got going on. We really, truly, honestly do. So, sorry, Steve.
Well said, brother. Trev, I can't thank you enough for joining us on this show today.
Hey, well, I'm fucking here, all right?
So
I'm tired. I keep yawning. I'm all over the place.
Dude, I know you're wiped out. You've been going at it hard. My life got stuck back to my regular work schedule, so not so much here, but is what it is, and we'll roll with it. And it was fun. It was good to catch up, and we'll definitely do more of it. We'll get the video posted soon on that most recent doe kill, so stay tuned for that. And we want to thank you guys. And as always, thanks for taking the ride right here on the Outdoor Drive.